it, baby. If you really, really want it. It's that old school shit, bro. Fuck y'all know about that. All you gotta do is get up on it. Shit is crazy, boy. Tell you, boy. Tell you. I might talk about what I talked about yesterday on my live about the NBA's. Actually, it's two NBA players. It ain't just one. It's two NBA players now declaring for the WNBA draft in 2027. This is crazy. So we have two former NBA players that found a loophole. And I said they ain't really. I'm going to be funky with you, right? I'm going to wait for some people to pop up in here, have a little conversation about that. Yeah, this is a quick conversation. Open topic conversations. You know how we rock with on this platform, YouTube. I'm just going to wait for some people to pop up in here. Just waiting for some people to get up in this room, in this space, which I call an open topic space, open topic conversation vibe space. You know, even for those that want to come back and replay this video, you can always time in when it comes to the comments. So people that replay this video back, time in, let me know what you think and feel. You know, I mean, I'm gonna wait for someone, maybe a moderator or two, to pop up in here. So I'm gonna wait till I get somebody reactions inside the chat. Then we're gonna go into our conversations about what we need to talk about, y'all. So I need y'all to start hitting that like button, cause now I can have a bunch of people watching and that don't really mean shit. What's up? I need y'all to hit that fucking like button. You feel me? Having all these people coming in and out the chat, not saying nothing. Well, we about to have a conversation about, we're gonna lean off of what's up with it, bro? What's up with it, bro? What's up with it, bug? What's up with it? Hit that like button, fam. All these people have been coming in and out this chat, not hitting the like button. I only been live for 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't got time for people hitting that fucking like button. What's up with it, man? Like, you gonna be spamming the chat with the hi. Okay, hi, what's up with it? Blessings to you, all that stuff, right? We're gonna leave off to what I was talking about yesterday about the two NBA players that you said you to go. I appreciate it. We're talking about the two former NBA players, right? The two former NBA players, two, because yesterday I only talked about one. There's actually two former NBA players that are both going to go into the women's WNBA draft going into next year. And to be honest, they're both not really transgender. So let's get that out the way. They're both really not transgender. It's just they identify as a woman. So that's two different subjects. You cannot. They found a loophole to identify as a woman, but they're still men. They still men. That has nothing to do with their sex, what kind of sex they like. None of that has nothing to do with that at all. They found a loophole to go play for another league. That's all it is. You know what I mean? And I'm going to play like a little clip of them, because it's two. I thought it was just one. It's two. It's two. So we're going to go back and replay both of them. It's two of them.
Former NBA players Enes Kanter and Royce White have declared for the 2027 WNBA draft.
After careful consideration and reviewing the current eligibility guidelines, I am officially declaring myself a WNBA prospect. If simply declaring who you are is all that's required, then I meet every single requirement necessary.
You heard what he just said. Key word is. The key word is, y'all. We're just going to go what he's saying and go by the key words of what he's saying. He said if you identify yourself, so you don't even have to really be that. You could just wake up one day and say, well, today I feel like a woman. That's basically what he's saying. So I'm not saying they making a joke about it, but basically they found a loophole right now until they can make a law or a rule, that's going to cause another problem if they do that, right? But basically these two regular NBA players found a loophole to get into the NBA, the WNBA, because they know that they would kill that league. So they found a loophole. As long as you identify yourself as a woman for that day, you can qualify yourself to go into the WNBA. You understand what I'm saying? So you don't have to be a real transgender person. And this is only YouTube. This is only for entertainment and learning purposes only. You understand me? You can identify yourself as a woman and go into the WNBA if you are a man. You can have all your body parts in that. The God will talk about. They said you can have balls, dick, and all that shit. And as long as you identify yourself as a woman while you signing that paperwork, that's all that matters. It don't matter if you got a wife, you got kids, you not gay, none of that shit. None of that shit don't matter. They just identifying themselves just for sports purposes only. These are full-blood men, y'all. These ain't really transgender men. So I think a lot of people, we all got it twisted when I talked about it yesterday. These are not real transgender men. These are regular men, heterosexual men that just identifies themselves when they play sports to get into the WNBA as women.
Have carefully examined the WNBA's eligibility criteria and governing framework surrounding self-identification.
Everybody hit that like button.
Based on the current guidelines, I can and am officially declaring my eligibility for the upcoming WNBA draft in May 2027. I am definitely not here to mock, make fun of, or disrespect any
Yes, he is.
or personal choices. I am simply asking that the current rules be applied equally to everyone. The rules that represent the very values many WNBA players and coaches have publicly advocated for. My team and I are prepared to ensure these guidelines are applied equally, consistently, and without exception. And I look forward to the WNBA honoring its stated principles. See you at training camp.
See, that's the first one. Second guy right here.
I'm transgender. I'm a woman. I identify as sometimes identifying as a woman.
He bullshitting.
Purposes of basketball, professional basketball. So.
You heard what he just said. The purpose of basketball. He only identifies himself. He only identifies himself as a woman just to get into the WNBA. These are not, so it's now, does it change now? Because I know we had a big conversation about this yesterday. Now I did more information about it now. It's to make a point. It's definitely to make a point. Because they was talking about that. They had people, what up, Big B? Salute, salute, salute. Yo, Big B, well, I got you here. You know, we need to get on this sport page too somehow. Me and you and Farrah need to hop on a phone call maybe this weekend and shit. And this might be an interesting topic too to get on. I know you probably heard the news about these two former NBA players that's trying to get into the WNBA. And everybody thought that they was real transgender men. They're not transgender. They're regular men that just identifies themselves as a woman. We can hop on. Okay, facts. Yeah, we could definitely get on. See if we could get on the three-way call. I don't got Farron's number. I just got him on IG, but maybe we can hop on the call. Yeah, they real men. They not trans, so they're not no real Joanna man. Well, Joanna man was actually a man too, so let me pause. Joanna man was really a man that's actually doing the same shit. So these actually is Joanna mans. This really is Joanna mans, because Joanna man was a real man that he had to go play in the WNBA. So I forgot how the story goes. I haven't watched Joanna man in a minute, but basically these are real Joanna mans. They basically copying what the movie did in real life. They try to make a point, but the funny thing is they can do it. They can really do this shit. Like, they can really do this shit, bro. It's funny as hell. Homie said that he can.
I'm transgender.
Look, what?
I'm a woman. I identify as sometimes identifying.
Identifying sometimes.
Purposes of basketball, professional basketball. So
the key word is purposes. He says for purposes of NBA, for the WNBA, for sports purposes. So he's not really he's a whole heterosexual man. I got probably kids and all that shit. They just found a loophole to get into the WNBA because there's no law saying that a man can't really. You just have to identify yourself as a woman. So long as you identify yourself as a woman, you can declare for the draft. It's crazy, right?
Declaring for the WNBA draft in 2027 as well. Well, I mean, I think I'd be unstoppable. You're
gonna be playing against women. The fuck you think?
I'm a pass first kind of player. I do the little things. I led my team in all 5 major stat categories at Iowa State University. So I do a little bit of everything. I'll do whatever the coach needs me to do. I'll do whatever the girls
Man,
need me to do.
he could beat them all
I
by
think
his
the
fucking
WNBA
self.
could come out and make a
Jawanda
definitive
man
statement
shit, Big B.
about guys with a pair of balls playing in the women's association. But you know, hey, that'd be probably too much like right. So, and I don't want to be discriminated against. No, I want fair.
Let me know what
treatment.
y'all think about it, y'all.
Black.
They just found a
I'm
loophole.
young, black, hopefully United States senator that would like a fair chance to participate as a sometimes identifying as a transgender woman.
Homie said sometimes, hey yo, I'm done, bro. Homie said, bro, do you think real transgender people gonna take offense to this, or do you feel like they gonna think, oh, he's standing up for him, or is this just for his benefit? I could get he might be making a point, but just to say, bro, sometimes I identify as a woman just for. So it's like he telling people don't get it fucked up. I'm still a nigga. Basically, that's all he's saying. He said, bro, don't get it fucked up, bro. I'm still a whole man that'll fuck the shit out your wife. But like today, when it comes to this money shit, this WNBA shit, I'm identify myself as a woman. That's basically what he's saying. He like, nigga, don't get it twisted, nigga. I'm still a whole nigga out here. Bro, I'm still a whole motherfucking nigga with balls and dick. And he said, I might be dicking down some of these motherfucking WNBA players too. That's basically what's gonna happen. They're gonna start dicking down the fucking players on everything. Okay. Oh, the fuck, they're offense by this, bro, offended by this. He said, of course, they're offended by this. This shit's stupid. Bro, this shit's stupid, bro, because everybody thought that homie was going to really go into transition into a woman. Nah, motherfucker, they just trying to make a point that there's no rules saying that a man can't go play for the WNBA. Hey, Miss Sharonda, how you doing, Queen? We just leaving off. How you feel about that, Miss Sharonda? How you feel about a whole nigga with balls and dick, and just wake up one day and say, well, I'm gonna claim to be a woman today, and I'm gonna declare for the women draft and go play against women. How you feel about that, Miss Sharonda, coming from a woman? You feel me? Like, is it okay for a dude to be like, one day I'm gonna classify myself as a woman just so I could get into the WNBA and kill every chick inside that sport? That's basically what he's saying. He like, bruh, just for today, just for sports purposes, I will identify myself as a woman just to get into the league. That shit is funny as hell, y'all. And then this motherfucker, like, same shit.
Earlier
Hold
this
on.
week, I met
Let's play back to this nigga.
That I meet every single requirement necessary to compete in the WNBA. My team and
This
I
motherfucker like
carefully
6'7",
examined
6'8"
the
and shit.
eligibility criteria
No, hey, Miss Sharonda. Hey, Miss Sharonda. These two motherfuckers found a loophole. As long as you identify yourself as a woman or a transgender person, you don't even have to really be transgender. You just gotta identify yourself. They try to do that shit with school too. They're trying to do that shit with school. Like, if you were a kid, I don't know how it is now, like in your state, but if you were a kid in certain states and that say a boy wakes up like, Mom, I want to classify myself as a girl, I think there's like a law or something like that where a kid can do that, which is like bullshit. I don't want to get into YouTube like that because they start banning you. But yeah, that's a whole nother topic right there. But they're trying to bring that shit in school too. Like, you could just wake up and say, I classify. You could say you classify as a man right now because you wake up feeling masculine. You're like, well, I classify myself as a man today. You could basically do that now. It's like you got the right to do that, I guess, and be classified as that. But do that mean you could walk in? Me classify myself as a woman. Can I go walk into a woman's bathroom? You feel me? Like, you got to be careful how you like use that kind of shit like that, because people gonna take advantage of that. Just to be honest, you're gonna see guys and women trying to walk into the other bathroom and shit like that and give them some sucky and shit. Just to be honest, like, people gonna like look at these motherfuckers. These motherfuckers found loopholes to get into the WNBA, y'all. So imagine what else regular people gonna motherfucking start to do then if that's gonna be the case. Like, I'm a woman today. I'm going into the woman bathroom. I'm gonna go see some pussy.
Upcoming WNBA draft in May 2027. I am definitely not here to mock, make fun of, or disrespect any community.
Man, it kind of is though. You kind of is though. Just keeping it real.
That the current rules be applied equally to everyone. The rules that represent.
Everybody hit that like button,
values
subscribe to
many
the channel, y'all.
Players and coaches have publicly advocated for. My team and I are prepared to ensure these guidelines are applied equally, consistently, and without exception. And I look forward to the WNBA honoring its stated principles. See you at training camp.
Hey yo. And he just said that him and his team they pretty much went through all the guidelines, and there's no guidelines saying that they can't go into the draft for the NBA. I want to do more research about the two players themselves. I do remember Homie, the guy before him, the first guy. I do remember him playing a little bit, but not like that. I don't really think they would roll big stars like that. But it's funny how they found a loophole to get into the WNBA. I feel like they're gonna be fucking the chicks in there. I feel like shit. They're gonna be fucking the chicks in there. They both still want pussy, and I feel like that's. I'm not saying that's their reason though, but they're gonna be around a bunch of women. So if they really get into this league, boy, that's gonna open up a whole lot of doors for definitely for real transgender people. And I think that's pretty much why they're doing it. They might be getting money and backed by this shit. They might be getting backed by the by the alphabet community. They might be getting backed. They might be getting some money to be like, hey, we need two players to be like, I'm going to identify myself as transgendered, and we need a face. So they got two former NBA players to go do it. What better than that? You feel me? Like, well, I got two former NBA players that's going to go into the WNBA draft, and that's they make a point like that. You feel me? So how y'all feel about these two NBA players going inside the WNBA draft starting next season, y'all? Well, I guess next season, 2027, they're going to declare for the 2027 draft. And they already went through the guidelines, so there's no guidelines saying that they can't do it. As long as you say you're a transgender person or you identify as a woman, you can do it. So what they're going to say now, and if they pass some kind of law saying they can't do it, that's when it's going to be a big problem with the WNBA. I promise y'all, it's going to be a big problem with that shit. There's going to be some lawsuits, and there's going to be a lot of other shit. So I feel like these two basketball players, they got backing from the alphabet community, basically. And they're backing everything they do, basically. That's what it sounds like to me. You feel me? It feels like they definitely getting backed by these people, by that community. And they like, if this shit don't go through, we're going to raise hell. We're going to boycott and all that stuff. So it's going to get popping if they don't let them in. You know what I mean? So shit about to get serious, but this is going to be very interesting. Now, I feel like it's putting a lot of eyes on the WNBA. That could be another reason, too. There ain't enough eyes on the WNBA. They underestimated. So bringing dudes that found the guideline to get into the WNBA will bring more people to go watch the WNBA. Because, oh, shit, they let dudes in the WNBA and shit like that. And then you're going to really see transgender people really go in there. Then the league's going to change. So the WNBA is going to change somehow. Y'all, it's going to be good or bad. How it's about to change. But the WNBA is going to change. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of eyes on it. And since we will be starting a sports page, that is something like, it might be some shit we might have to talk about. And I don't really watch the WNBA. I'm not really interested. But if they, now with this politics going on, they going to make this shit interesting now. You feel me? Like, they about to make this shit interesting now. This shit about to be real interesting now. Like I said, if this shit don't happen, shit gonna hit the fan, YouTube family. Shit is about to hit the motherfucking fan. Like I said, this is a quick ass live. I just wanted to come on here to say that because yesterday I came on here and I didn't know it was two NBA players. I just thought it was one, the second guy. I didn't even know there was two. And it might be more than that. I feel like they're just trying to make a point. You might see another one come up, another one. I feel like this might not be it. This might be a line of motherfuckers that might say, well, I'm going to declare for the NBA draft too. You know what I mean? Like, especially if they got a community of people that's going to be backing them. So, hey, like I said, this is definitely a topic to talk about. I want to do more research about them players themselves inside their NBA careers and shit like that, and see if I can find any information on what made them want to do this kind of decision. See if there's any like story behind them or why they doing this and shit like that. Maybe I'll talk about it on the next live or something like that. Like I said, I'm just starting to do some research about it, and just found out that there was two players, not just one. And like I said, this is definitely part of an agenda, y'all. It definitely is. It's definitely part of an agenda. And like I said, it's about to be real interesting. WNBA is definitely about to be real interesting, yo. You dig what I'm saying? And Mr. Ron said, hell no, like hell no. It's not okay for the movement that they doing though, but I said they doing it. They trying to make a point, y'all. Hopefully I can start having some more people in here to want to have an open topic conversation about stuff. Like I said, we're going to start talking more about different things when I got time. I'm definitely going to spend some time on this live with some topics, y'all. So I do need more people to start tapping into this page. Like like I said, my last week live was we've been having good world. Hold on fast, y'all. My fault, y'all had to answer a phone call on my other phone, my backup phone. But like I said, y'all, we've been talking for a good 20 minutes about these NBA players that will be going into the NBA draft, y'all. So I need people to hit that like button. Stay tuned. I'm gonna talk about a lot of different shit, a lot of different subjects. Maybe I'll get back into the Diddy case. I know I got some inside information of what's going on with Diddy from people that I know that know people that's locked up with him. So when they start touch base about some information that they get, then maybe I'll bring that to this platform too. Anything that's going on with this WNBA shit. Also, the actor that came from Set It Off, the one that had the PP, I forgot his real name and shit like that. He been in the hospital for like a while now. I think his name was like Marcus, right? Let me see if I say his name correct. He's been doing bad lately. He's been doing bad. Go Samuel. That played on Set It Off. Some of y'all might know Set It Off. I might go back into a topic of this. But that Samuel that played on Set It Off, one of the robbers. He been on a lot of stuff. What's that? Minister Society and a lot of that stuff, you know what I mean? Like, one that got stumped out by Kanan and all that shit, like, or Kane. If I said Kanan, I'm thinking of motherfucking Power and shit like that, motherfucking Raising Kanan and shit. But yeah, he been active for a while. He's been around, but he's been on life support for a very long time. Like, it seems like a month or two. Like, he's been on life support and battling shit. He's not old. He's young. So, like I said, y'all, man, life is too short, man. Love people while they're here, y'all. Life is definitely too short. Maybe I'll do another live and I'll touch base about more of that. You feel me? So I don't go too much off topic, though. Like I said, this was a little quick ass live and shit like that. But I'm gonna holler at you.